After a magical enchantment goes wrong, a gang of monsters come through a dimensional rift in the small town of Riverdale. Their goal is to drain the world of fun, but a mysterious group of superpowered rock stars come through the rift to stop them by any means necessary, including teaming up with Archie and the gang in Archie Meets Kiss. Trash episode 175.
Sounds right.
Archie Meets Kiss, Mike there.
And I'm Jason.
Hello.
Hi.
Yep. Alright. It's been a rough couple days. So let's get into this.
Yeah.
And talk about a funny book. Hopefully the conversation will be lively. Hopefully our review will be entertaining, and we can lift this up from where we started here.
Right.
Right?
I mean, we're both drinking.
It
should be fun.
Hell yeah.
Archie Meets Kiss.
Indeed.
Classic Kiss, too. There's no Bruce Kulick. There's no Vinnie Vincent.
Well, we don't know for sure. Well, I mean, we know for sure that there's no Vinnie Vincent.
Right.
Because even if there was, he'd be his own guy.
Yeah.
He's the Egyptian warrior.
Right. Yeah, because this had the Star Child.
Well, the Star Child's always there.
The demon.
The demon's always there.
The spaceman?
Space Ace. Yeah, okay. Spaceman, yeah.
And the cat.
And the cat, the kitty cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because every band's gotta have a cute, like the good guy. Because you get the demon, you get the Star Child who's he's all oiled up and hairy, but you gotta have the kitty.
They're all oiled up and hairy. Let's not look past that there.
Even the kitty?
Yeah. In fact, I'd say he's the swarthiest of them all.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. If you have Paul Stanley in your band, yeah. No one is the swarthiest.
Now, here's what I don't
Unless you're
understand.
Vinnie Vincent, and then you get kicked out.
He's been kicked out of more bands than I've been in.
He's been kicked out of his own band.
Yeah. How does a guy with the estrogen level of Paul Stanley have that much chest hair? Isn't that weird? Like, I don't have nearly that much chest hair. And granted, I'm no big burly Texan or whatever, but I don't saw logs.
Neither is Paul Stanley.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But how does he have that much man hair?
Guessing is he Italian or is he Jewish?
Paul Stanley.
Well, no, that's not his real name.
No, I don't know. I think I want to say Jewish. Gene is
Gene is.
I thought he was half Jewish, half like something way crazy.
I know that he is Jewish, as in he is from the Holy Land.
He's from
He is from Israel.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Isn't his real name Chaim something or other?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. Or maybe that's right. Maybe he is Israeli.
Yeah. Ace, I'm pretty sure, is Italian, right?
Ace.
Original Ace.
Again,
I
don't know.
Not his real name.
I know. Well, clearly, Spaceman is his real name. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
why we're talking about their ethnicities.
Well, it's interesting because
it is kind of. Yeah.
I mean, they're an odd bunch of dudes. I mean, they got all that face makeup. They've been rocking for 40 years, and they have these characters. It's not like they really go into too much detail about their or at least the first 15 years they didn't.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they did. I would say that's almost unprecedented, the fact that they were able to hide their identities for so long.
Right. I know they, when they, were always in makeup on stage and whatever, and press photos, they wouldn't allow their picture to be taken any other way.
That's a little bizarre that, because you imagine, if they came around today,
right,
and that was the thing, that you didn't know what they looked like, even though, obviously, it's just makeup, folks.
Right.
It's not like they're wearing prosthetics. I'm pretty sure I don't know what Dave Brocky looks like.
Oh, I've seen him without his.
I've seen him without his thing, but it's probably more of a mystery to figure out what he looks like than to figure out what Gene Simmons looks like without the makeup.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they were just starting today, and that was the thing, who are these guys? Within 10 minutes, people would find out.
Well, you got to figure, in the 70s, cameras were the size of I don't know, a computer monitor.
Right.
People had to lug it all around, and there's no cell phones. So yeah, I'm sure it was a lot easier to create that mystique and keep it up.
Right. Oh, excuse me.
But how awesome were Kiss? I mean, I was born in 77, so I didn't really, by the time I knew who they were, they'd already taken their makeup off, probably.
Right. Well, see, I'm younger than you, and I recall seeing Kiss on television.
With their makeup?
With makeup.
Really?
Performing, yeah. Madam's Place.
Madam's Place? Is that a brothel?
Might as well be. No, it is an old television show featuring a puppet named Madam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She had Kiss on as a musical guest once.
Wow.
And that's probably the first place I remember seeing Kiss.
Wow. I mean, maybe I saw them before that, but what I remember is Lick It Up and Animalize and all that.
Right. Forever.
Forever, yeah. The Elder. The best Kiss album. No, but I mean, how awesome would that have been if you were a kid?
Hold on. I don't know why this is doing this today.
Uh-oh. It's being
it's being bitchy. Why not have something else completely fucked up in my house, right?
Hey, technology doesn't like you. Mechanical things. Maybe you should just live in a hut somewhere with, by a stream, and that'd be the extent of your, possessions. But I mean, I would have went crazy. I mean, it'd be like I went so crazy for Gwar when I was 12 or whatever.
Right.
That would have been the same thing with Kiss. I mean, they were like, wow, these creatures and super powered demons are playing rock and roll, I mean, I'm sure they were geniuses to market themselves.
Oh, hell yeah. Say what you want about Gene Simmons, but that guy knows what the fuck he's doing. May not be the best singer in the world, may not be the best bass player in the world, but he knows how to sell everything.
Yeah.
Including himself.
Right.
And his pals.
Yeah.
His pal.
Yeah.
Do you think they're friends? Do you think? And not, cause Ace and Peter are no longer in the band.
Right.
Have not been for a couple years. There are guys masquerading as them in the band.
Shameful.
Shameful, indeed. I think that's kind of gross.
Has it only been a couple years? I thought it's been a decade.
No, 5 years or so.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But do you think Gene and Paul are friends?
I couldn't see how they could be.
I mean, they're the only two members from the get-go.
Right.
And they've been doing it for almost 40 years now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they pals?
I think they just know how to tolerate each other.
Right.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. Either one of them would be a likable person.
Right.
To work
I imagine Paul Stanley is probably likable.
Really? You think?
Yeah. I'm guessing Gene Simmons, just from his reality show and everything else we know about him, is probably one of the worst human beings ever.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. I imagine Paul Stanley is at least, catch him on a good day. He'd probably be a real nice guy.
He's peppy. He's definitely peppy.
Definitely peppy. I'm sure he gets upset, like I've heard stories of, malfunctions on stage and him, reaming the crew out, after a show.
Right.
Which, to be fair, lots of pyrotechnics, lots of wire work. I'm sure lives could be at risk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think he's the kind of guy that, not all the time, but he's probably the most approachable member of KISS.
I'd rather hang out with Ace if I had to hang out with anyone.
Yeah, but he's not a longer member of KISS.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, past, present members, I would pick Ace.
I would too as well. Yeah, if I had to hang out with one of them.
Yeah. I mean, they just...
I imagine he's actually a bigger asshole, though.
Ace.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Because I'm imagining that it's like, because he's third fiddle.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of pent-up rage about that.
But he's clearly the most talented member ever of KISS.
Possibly. Yeah.
I can't think of anybody that I would say was more talented, at least with their instrument. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Paul Stanley is an excellent ping pong player.
Right.
Who knows?
But musicianship.
Right.
I could agree with that. I'd say, but they're not bad.
Oh, no.
They know how to write a rock and roll song.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a huge KISS fan, but I've got KISS Alive 1 and 2, and they are awesome albums.
Yeah.
I love them.
And, I'm pretty sure for Gene, at least, it's definitely all about, the merchandising and the marketing and all that. But at the same time, he's not a fool, to realize that, they can just get by with bare minimum musically.
Right.
I mean, they still have to be a band.
Yeah.
And they do it well.
Yeah.
You see a live performance, they're hitting all the correct notes at all the right points and times. The solos are, reproduced perfectly from album to stage, They know what they're doing.
I've never seen KISS live. Out of all the...
Just said that you've got Alive and Alive 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like being there, right?
Right. There's no overdubbing or anything like that.
Oh, no. No, clearly not.
What's the worst live album you've ever heard?
What is the worst live album?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. I like live albums, actually.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Like some bands I think would probably be super awesome to have a live album. Bands that like the Ramones, because their songs are kind of mid-tempo, but then they play live and they're fucking lightning fast.
Loco Live is a great live album.
Right. But the only AC/DC album that I ever owned was AC/DC Live. And I'm pretty sure that all it was studio tracks with an audience overdubbed. I am pretty sure that's what that was.
I would agree, and I honestly think KISS Alive is basically that. I think there might be like 20% actual live music on there. Because I have read that they did a ton of overdubbing on those albums, but I think the worst live music I've ever heard on a disc is Poison. And I can say it because I love that band.
Right.
Like, they have burrowed their way deep into my most, nostalgic pit of my being. But they are fucking terrible live. I've seen them live. I've heard them on disc live. I've seen videos of them live.
Right.
Always awful. But, yeah, I really like their music, though, when it's cleaned up in the studio.
For me, the worst, other than AC/DC, just because, again, it really sounds like studio tracks.
Right.
But, like, the best and the worst live album that I've ever heard is Metallica Live Shit. which is like, it was like a huge box set.
Oh, that giant gray.
Yeah.
It looked like a
tackle box. Yeah. There's like at least four different live shows compiled in that.
Right.
Like 2 videos. One which was like from the Injustice for All tour, and one was from the Black Album tour. And then the actual music, the CDs, were from like a different show on the Black Album tour.
Right.
And like there's no cuts, there's no edits, there's clearly no overdubs. Kirk Hammett proves that he is one of the worst professional guitar players in the world, time and time again. Don't awe him.
I like Kirk Hammett.
He's like the broken little puppy of Metallica, but he is a terrible guitar player.
I like the broken puppy.
But yeah, cause it's them live and they fuck up but they just power through it. And
right.
there are some parts where they're just fucking
drunk.
No, drunk. But not just that, but just you're gonna fuck up if you play live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You've been in a band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We barely did not fuck up.
Right.
Studio or live. Whatever.
Yeah. But then sometimes you're just doing something live and like you fucking nail it.
Yeah.
And then there's banter, and then you can like hear the genuine crowd reaction to it. So it's probably a terrible performance, but one of the best live albums I've ever heard.
I get what you're saying. Like it kind of brings home the experience.
Yeah.
Without the smells and and all that,
which I have experienced also. So yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing about metal shows. It always smells awful, and it always makes my ears ring.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I loved it. I loved going to metal shows when I was a kid.
I did not go to nearly enough. I wish I had, because now I am too old to try to even bother enjoying it.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Yeah.
Like, there's very few exceptions I would make the trek for, but like even Fear Factory is going to be 5 miles from here.
Right.
And I don't think I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And I really like them.
Yeah. Yeah, you should just not bother. Yeah.
No.
You got other things to do.
I got their CDs.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe I'll send them $10 in the mail and be like, hey, thanks for coming to my town.
Just, I'm sure they got a website. They got stuff you can buy from that.
I'll buy a t-shirt.
There you go. Sticker even. Yeah.
Yeah, I could use a sticker.
There you go.
Put it on the microwave or something.
Yeah. I'm sure your mom would love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never seen Kiss live though. I think you said that you hadn't either.
No.
I did have the opportunity once, but tickets were incredibly expensive. I was like 17 years old.
So even back then, even in the, what's that, 1990-ish?
96 or so.
Yeah.
Back when they did the big reunion, back in the makeup, Psycho Circus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
With the comic book and everything?
I don't know that I had the comic book at the time, but, they put out the album and they were back on tour, and, one of the managers of, the movie theater I worked at, she and I decided we were gonna fucking go see Kiss. And she had like a line on getting like Skybox tickets.
Oh wow.
And I was like, fuck yeah, we're in. And, but like tickets were just insanely expensive.
Like $6,000.
Yeah. So it was just like, there's no way we could go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll never see Kiss.
Yeah.
I will never see Kiss.
Oh, I would have back then. I would never do it now.
Oh no, yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, if I would have had a chance back then. But, yeah. Nothing that big.
No.
I'm done being in a room with that many people.
Right. I would do a Skybox. If someone, had a Skybox.
Yeah, you still have to walk through all that crowd to get to the Skybox. So.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some walking through the crowd, but you don't have to walk through the crowd.
Right.
You don't have to be among the masses. Usually you can get like food and drink brought to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At the Skybox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skybox is a wonderful place.
Huh. That sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah.
They have funnel cakes?
Maybe.
Wow,
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
They've got everything you've ever wanted.
I would totally eat it.
Rivers of chocolates.
Can you imagine eating a funnel cake while they sing Beth live? That'd be amazing. Little strawberries on top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No powdered sugar, though.
Oh, really?
I'm not a fan of the powdered sugar.
Oh, see, I like it on the funnel cake.
Yeah, powdered sugar will kill you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know.
I've nearly choked to death on powdered sugar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like it mingles with your saliva and
Yeah,
just turns
it turns into a paste
Wow.
and gets stuck in your throat.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
Huh.
And plus, I tend to wear black a lot. It completely stains a black t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I'm fuck powdered sugar.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm with you.
All right.
I think you've converted me. No, anti-powdered sugar.
So yeah, we've talked a lot about concerts and music. I guess this is kind of on topic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the main topic is Archie meets Kiss.
That's right.
Right.
Yes, he did.
It was a comic book, and we read it a while ago and reviewed it. Not yet.
Yeah.
In the future, now.
It is the future, somewhere.
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 Yeah. Flux capacitor.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you think it was like low sales that made them want to do Kiss versus Archie, or is it something they've wanted to do for a long time? Because Archie's always had a rich history of rock and roll.
Yeah.
The Archies.
I'm not sure. It's hard to say, because I mean, Archie has been burning up the charts lately.
Heck yeah, you got your Obama.
Yeah.
You got your
Sarah Palin.
You get Marion, everybody other than Mrs. Weatherby or whatever.
Right.
Mrs. What's her name?
Who knows?
Mr. Weatherby.
She wasn't in this comic, so I don't know.
Mrs. Broom, maybe? I don't know. Can't remember.
Again, she wasn't in this particular comic.
Right.
So I do not know. Because this is other than, which, when I picked this, I almost included this other thing in here.
Oh?
Archie meets Punisher.
Yeah. I could have seen this, doing the double Archie, cross everything.
Yeah, a little too much though. Yeah.
I did read that, but it's been
Years.
15 years. Yeah.
I have it. It is waiting to have these Archie meets Kiss back in the pile with it.
Do you have the die cut cover?
I do.
Nice.
Yeah. The tribute to Amazing Spider-Man number 129.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I loved that because back then I was like, this is insane.
Right.
You know, Archie meeting the freaking Punisher.
Right. And this was before the Punisher went all, Garth Ennis.
Yeah.
But, so he was still a little more,
he was dark, but he wasn't.
He was dark, but he was still fairly tame.
Right.
At least could be tamed enough for Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the star of video games and the Dolph Lundgren movie at that point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was fine. I enjoyed that.
That was good. Yeah. Surprised they've never done a sequel, actually.
It is surprising. Maybe they will now. Maybe they're, maybe the Archie resurgence that's happening is, gonna cause some more things like that.
Yeah, because there was a long stretch of time where we couldn't sell more than one copy of Archie.
Right.
But now, during the Kiss thing, at least we were selling like half dozen or so.
Right. I bought them. Or I tried to. Sometimes I didn't get them.
Hey, sometimes we didn't get them. Diamond fucked us and fucked us. That's what Diamond does.
And plus I wanted the variant covers, which, although I will say, you only missed one.
Yeah.
The second issue of it.
Right.
Which is, let me say this, I kind of think this is super awesome. This is Archie meets Kiss. It's a 4-issue miniseries, but it takes place in just the regular series.
Yeah, it's not like
just 4 issues of the series.
It's like 6, 27, 8, 9, and 30. Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah. Let's see more of that, Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
No need to have...
Started over at number 1.
No need to start it over at number 1. No need to have a spin-off miniseries for no reason. You just tell it within the fucking book. Within the fucking book.
So yeah. So I didn't know... Okay, so apparently Kiss in the Archie universe the Archie universe is not our universe, basically.
I guess not.
And Kiss is kind of from our universe?
Maybe.
Kinda?
I don't know.
I feel like they're from our universe, and they were brought to Archie's universe, but...
Well, they still have superpowers.
But they always do in their comics, though.
Oh, yeah. So, they're not from our universe.
Well, but I mean...
And that Gene Simmons doesn't actually have superpowers.
You don't know that.
He may say he does. And I'm sure he would argue that to the death.
I feel like that's what they were trying to represent, though.
Right.
That they brought them from our world.
Right.
Because there's this awesome scene where, because, there's these monsters, like, that are also on the loose in Riverdale.
Right.
Or wherever. Is that Riverdale?
Yes.
And they're, like, trying to suck all the fun out of Riverdale.
Right.
And when Kiss tries to show the gang, the Archie gang, what this looks like, it looks like they show them a vision of our world.
Right. Yeah.
Like just people on cell phones and iPads and
right.
Facebooks and Twitters and doing their podcast, all these horrible things.
I would say that's an exaggerated version of our world.
I don't know.
Because again, Kiss doesn't actually have superpowers.
Well, yeah.
And they're also not monsters. The one thing that I had a problem with this book is that, Kiss is brought into the Riverdale world.
Right.
And Archie and the gang seem to have absolutely no idea who Kiss is. But yet there are people around them who apparently are huge fans of Kiss.
Yeah. Kevin Keller.
Yeah.
He loves he loves the Kiss.
So what's the deal? How do some people know who Kiss is and others don't?
Maybe
because if we're looking at our world, everybody knows who Kiss is.
Oh yeah.
You may not know their music, but you know who Kiss is.
I'm sure my mom knows who Kiss is.
Right. Yeah.
Well, maybe you have to be gay or a child in the world of Archie, because everybody that was in the clubhouse waiting for autographs looked like they were kids.
Right.
And then Kevin Keller, gay man.
Gay. Right. And how dare the publishers of Archie Comics push their left-wing homosexual agenda on me while I'm trying to read a comic book about Archie meeting Kiss.
Well, I gotta get in there somehow. Actually, didn't Reggie know who Kiss was? Because when Kevin Keller's walking up with his boombox, Reggie goes, "That's shouted out loud." Or had he just heard it like after Kiss came there?
Well, I think he's one of the people at the beginning who had no idea who the hell Kiss was.
Huh.
But yeah, he does totally call out that he hears shouted out loud.
Right. Maybe he went and Googled them.
Could be.
Yeah.
Did they Google Riverdale?
YouTube?
Yeah.
Maybe he just went out and hung out with the gays of Riverdale for a while.
Right. I'm guessing that Riverdale, being the idyllic place that it is, has no internet.
Oh, yeah, probably right. So there's no gutter trash in Riverdale.
And
that sounds like a
all the better for
it. Yeah. Well, but actually, no, because there's another point in the book where Reggie makes a joke and he says he's like, how do we find out about that? And he's like, I don't know, go to killamonster.net or something. And I was like, cause I just remember thinking how anachronistic it seemed, because I always think of Archie as perpetual in the 50s.
Right.
And when they make jokes about, the internet or something.
Right.
It just seems weird to me. So maybe they just don't have their shit straight.
Yeah. Or maybe they're just like, who the hell cares?
Yeah, this is Archie, yeah.
So, I don't know for me, other than the Archie meets Punisher book, which again, it's been a decade since I've read, I'm going to consider this the first Archie comics I've read.
Ever? Really?
Yeah.
You didn't read them when you were a kid?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Okay.
Never watched any of the cartoon versions of them.
I never did either, but I read a bunch of the comics when I was a kid.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I had Jughead and Archie, and yeah, I read a lot of Archie when I was little.
So this is like my first major exposure to Archie, I would say.
Really?
Because I would say even the Punisher thing was more Punisher-based than it was Archie-based.
Right.
And, half the fun in reading it was just seeing the Punisher in, a weird situation.
Right.
Where I think this is mostly taking Archie and throwing them like in a kiss situation. So it was definitely Archie based, I would say. So this is my first exposure to like many of the characters.
Right.
Yeah. And the Archie verse in general.
That surprises me. Yeah.
And I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. I don't know that. I mean, it's weird because, like, I almost have an interest in reading more Archie, but at the same time, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who is the target audience for Archie anymore because there's not a lot of kids that read comics.
Right.
Like, I know we have a lot of older adults. I don't mean not people in their 30s and 40s, but like 60s maybe. They come in and they look for comics for their grandson or something, or their nephew, and they look for Archie because they remember those being books for kids when they were younger.
Right.
But I've never seen a kid come in and ask for Archie. I think we have one guy in his 40s that has Archie on his file.
It's the baby Huey.
No. Well, okay, there's like 3 guys. Baby Huey being one of them. But yeah, there's another guy. His file is Archie, Hellboy, and wrestling comics. That's his file.
Matt Brashfield?
No. But yeah, I don't.
Are there wrestling comics?
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
They're very infrequent.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I think there was a time in the 90s, when wrestling was
I remember, the Ultimate Warrior comic.
Oh yeah. Undertaker, all those chaos comics. Yeah, when it was at its peak, they had like a half dozen comics on a monthly basis, but I think WWE does, like 2 books a year or something like that. I mean, like working at Mavericks, I don't know who their target audience is because we don't have a consistent clientele for that book.
Well, it's weird that you say that because like I read the first issue like right after it came out, and then like I didn't read them, I didn't read any of the other issues until they were done.
Right.
A week before I picked the book.
Yeah.
But after I read the first issue, I posted on Facebook I just read the first issue of Archie Meets Kiss, and other than Archie Meets Punisher, this is like one of the few Kiss Archie books I've ever read, and I don't know who the target audience is. I mean, I liked it, but clearly, like I wrote that I don't know who this book is actually for.
Yeah,
and part of that was like flipping like through the book and seeing all the ads in the book, and I mean, just seeing things like that you used to see in like a Marvel book all the time, but like you never do now.
Right.
Like, pages for subscriptions. And
was there toy ads in there? I can't remember.
There weren't any toy ads or anything, no. But, I mean, all their ads are for Archie books.
Yeah.
They don't have any other ads in there. But, I couldn't wrap my head around who the target audience for an Archie book is.
Yeah.
And somebody responded to me, that they're for everyone.
Huh.
And that blew my mind.
Yeah. Wow.
How can a comic be for everyone?
Well, they do seem to put a little bit of, like, it's kind of like watching a good Disney movie where there's clearly a lot for a younger audience, but then there's like, it's kind of peppered with maybe a little more like mature jokes.
Right.
But yeah. Huh. That is weird. Maybe it is for everyone. At least that's what they're trying.
Right.
But yeah, not many people want to read it.
Right.
I mean, even like I said, after the sales boom, we sell a half dozen copies, and that's not much.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird because I mean, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like aside from the whole Kiss gimmick.
Right.
Like it was a solid story.
Yeah, it was. It was a good story.
It was fun. I mean, I guess, I'm picking up a book called Archie Meets Kiss. I mean, the bare minimum that I want is fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And delivered.
I would say it was definitely fun.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, it wasn't amazing.
Right.
But it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, cause I don't know, because I'm not worried when I read it, like, well, how does this fit into the continuity,
right, Yeah.
It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It was just what it was, and it was good for that,
Yeah, and even the Jughead jokes, like where he's like, I want a sandwich, like every 4 pages. Yeah. Like,
everything's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost seemed like those food jokes would be like the lowest common denominator, like sitcom jokes, but yeah, like it never felt out of place or tired or anything. It just felt like Archie.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Archie has its own, like, maybe it is like its own little, timeless world there.
Right.
Where it never gets old, but it just never gets amazing either.
Right. Yeah, and then, like, like part of the whole point of the entire story even was, like, Riverdale is a place for everyone, it's a place where everyone's accepted and appreciated, and, that's, like, I guess what the Archie comics are. They're for everyone, and
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel gross.
I almost, like, because I've read some Kiss comics before, and they're all fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah.
This was by far the best Kiss comic I've ever read.
Yeah.
And it made me kind of wonder if I wouldn't really, really enjoy an Archie-style Kiss comic.
Right.
Where they're not, like, bleeding, and there's not, like, demons, and it's just, like, goofy, superpowered rock and rollers.
Right. Well, weren't even, like, the first Marvel comics like that, though?
Like, well, see, I've never read that first one. Like, I've read the Howard the Duck stuff, and I think I've read maybe, like, 1 or 2 of the Psycho Circus things.
Right. Well, the Psycho Circus thing, I mean, that was a Todd McFarlane thing, so I'm imagining that that's just full of fire and blood and, people being impaled on things.
Right.
And, just the worst possible version of Kiss that you could have.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like every 10th grader's Trapper Keeper drawings of Kiss, now there's this big titted girl and some fire and a fucking sword, man. It's Kiss.
Right. Kiss at its lowest common denominator, if you could imagine such a thing.
Yeah, it almost seemed like that would be like the perfect vehicle for Kiss, is like keeping them, because I mean they were like lewd and out of control in the Archie book, but real
family friendly way. Yeah,
like I think that's like the perfect scenario for them, because you don't want to see Kiss like ripping people apart. And you don't want to see swords and tits. You just want to see.
I do, but not where Kiss is involved.
Yeah.
I mean. For a band with the image that they put out, and then they have songs like, Love Gun and,
Lick It Up and
fuck, the disco album.
I Was Made for Loving You.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, the antithesis of what they're putting forward.
Right.
Yeah,
they're pretty tame for the image that they try to, put forth. Yeah, I've definitely seen
like Alice Cooper is more, visceral than they are.
And he's been on the Muppets.
Right, yeah. He's like a semi-professional golfer.
Yes. Yeah, like, can you imagine, like, Archie meets Wasp or something? Like, they'll just have, like, assless chaps and cod pieces. And...
Oh, Blackie Lawless.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Maybe they should do a whole series like Archie meets Squire. And,
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
Like the Sexecutioners having a malt at Ed's or whatever that place is. I forget what is the soda jerk place? I forget. Archie meets Burzum. Yeah, maybe this is a start of a whole new...
Archie goes to Sweden and discovers black metal.
Yeah. Reggie and Veronica burned down a church with Count Dooku or whatever their names are. I think that's a Star Wars thing.
It is, yeah.
I like at some point in the story, one of them refers to Kiss as evil mimes. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah. That about sums up, at least sums up Gene Simmons.
But mimes don't talk.
Well, Gene Simmons is never not going to talk.
Yeah.
No free rides.
What else about this book? It's fun.
It was very fun.
There's a couple of awesome splash pages.
Yeah.
Like where Archie's fighting up Frankenstein.
Right.
Or Kiss is playing live.
Right.
That was cool. I don't remember ever seeing a splash page in an Archie comic.
Right.
But they're well drawn. I mean, like,
yeah.
They're not super simple, like just crap. It's actually like laid out real well, and
right.
The panels are interesting.
Yeah. It's Archie style art.
Right.
So, they're it's clearly one of those books that whoever's drawing it is never going to have their own style.
Right.
But, there's craft there, though, it's hokey and it's goofy and it's, it's just a ton of fun.
It's like Happy Days, really.
A little bit, yeah.
It's like, I could watch reruns of Happy Days.
Oh, yeah.
And you wouldn't expect it to
Except
be mind
for
blowing.
the, first couple episodes, which are just really weird.
Oh, really?
No laugh track. And
Really?
oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
They're creepy.
Huh.
There's the last time I house sat for my parents, they had the first 3 episodes ever of Happy Days on some channel. And it looks like it's shot on film. There are no sets or anything like you typically expect from Happy Days, and there's no laugh track at all, and they were almost like these bizarre little half-hour dramas almost.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that.
Pretty bizarre, yeah.
But were they funny, though?
Yeah.
Were they trying to be funny?
They were trying to be funny,
Okay.
but not ha 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 funny, but just sort of funny. But also, the drama was genuine though.
Really?
Yeah, and the second episode, Ralph Mouth, Potsy, and Richie all go to a strip club.
Wow, so was it more like the Wonder Years, where it was kind of funny, but it was more dramatic?
I would definitely say that's a good comparison, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, because I fucking love the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
I would maybe like to see this early Happy Days just because.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah. Archie meets Kiss. A lot of people from Archieverse show up in it. Mm-hmm. Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, I had never read anything with them.
Yeah.
Never read anything with Sabrina.
Neither have I.
Teenage.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna make me sound like a creep. Kind of overtly sexy in this book.
Yeah, her skirt's a little too short for Archie comics.
Yeah.
Man, that's something for everybody too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I wonder if they try to put that, they pepper that in there, because the new issue of Archie came out last week, and on the cover, Archie is kissing Josie,
right?
Pussycats, and I remember when we unpacked it from the box, I was like, "Hey, check it out, Archie's a furry," and I showed it to Jeremy,
and then Jeremy cried secretly.
No, he bought a copy.
Okay.
No. But yeah, it obviously, maybe they pepper a little bit of just enough, not like Aspen style sexiness,
right,
but just enough to make that catch in the eye of.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe they are. They're just trying to every guy.
Yeah.
They probably have scientists that work on Archie scripts.
I would imagine. They've been around how many years now? 70?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's probably not 70, but
2,000 years, I believe.
Right.
When they first chiseled the first Archie comic. I think maybe that's what they do. They have all this data and market research, and every issue is appealing to every race, creed, gender, and age group.
I imagine that the publisher and the editors and the president of Archie are all,
aliens,
very aware of, what they're doing and what they need to be doing.
Right. They have to at this point.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's still, I'm not aware of there being any kind of Archie-related cartoons or anything out there, but, they're putting out the comics, but it is a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is a recognizable franchise.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure that they're very, got a tight noose around everything about it, yeah.
And after all the DC books start over at number 1, isn't this the longest running, or longest running numbered comic?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it is.
Yeah, no more Action Comics. No more Detective Comics than him.
Nice.
Congratulations, Archie.
Yeah.
You won.
You did it. So Kiss has appeared in Image, Marvel, and now Archie.
And Dark Horse.
Were they in Dark Horse?
Uh-huh. It was a short-lived Dark Horse Kiss comic for a while. Yeah.
And what was the other one? There was one like Kiss Nation or Kiss Y2K or something.
Yeah, that was...
it was a small press, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was, I think, through... I want to say Archaea? Maybe Radical Publishing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was like some weird deal that Gene Simmons had where he and his kid had their own lines of comics, and obviously Kiss was a part of it.
Right.
And then Gene's son plagiarized some manga.
So yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, this is just, it's a fun diversionary comic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Worth a read, in a cheap format.
Yeah. And the trade paperback, I believe, does come out, like the 5th or whatever this Wednesday is.
Right.
I think it's on the list of things we're getting.
Nice. So go get it.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, if you like Archie or if you're curious and...
Yeah, if you like Kiss.
I mean, it doesn't seem like we're giving it a glowing review because it's not a life-changing book.
Oh, no, yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you get freaking Kiss hanging out with tried and true 50s characters and...
Right.
That's fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, I read the 7 issues of the new Flash series, and I liked this much better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, there's a little bit of, social commentary, too. I mean,
a little bit.
Peppers in there, but it's not about that. It's more about just having fun.
Exactly.
The power of rock and roll.
And there is nothing wrong with that. More comics need a little bit of that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A little more rock and roll, a little more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more short-skirted witches.
Fuck yeah.
So that's weird, too, that the whole Archie group is all, like, apparently, like magicians now. I didn't know they had a magicians club.
Yeah, that is a little weird. Well, there was that cartoon for a while, like Archie's Supernatural Adventures or something like that. TV station used to air it in the mornings.
I've never heard of that.
Like at 6 a.m. on a Saturday.
And there were
Archie versus werewolves and stuff like that.
One of the ads in the book too was like it looked like a Archie Power Ranger kind of thing. It was like Archie Cyber or something. They all had,
like the weird superhero thing.
Yeah. So they were trying a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And of course, Archie Comics themselves is publishing Stan Lee's book, The Mighty Seven.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
I think we sold one whole copy of that.
Sounds about right. Sounds about all that needed to be sold.
Yeah.
And of course the homosexual agenda Kevin Keller comic.
Hey, we sold out of that one.
Well, of course he did.
Oh.
It sold out of everywhere because a bunch of people tried to protest it.
I'll never understand why people don't realize when they protest something that's when the sales go up.
Right.
Like who was that? It was one of those bands I was reading about in that heavy metal book. It was like Quiet Riot or Wasp or somebody like once. Oh no, it was the Meatmen. That's who it was. When the PMRC were all up in arms, the Meatmen after the PMRC was like, this is one of the bands we're targeting. Their album it was like 10 times as much as they've ever sold that month. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's always going to happen. And of course, I'm joking about the whole Kevin Keller thing. this whole 1 million moms thing, which I think was only like, there's only like 4,000 members.
Right.
They tried to do the whole, they were boycotting Toys R Us because Toys R Us was selling the Kevin Keller wedding issue, where he, not only is he a gay man that gets married, but he gets married to a black man.
A black man. Can you imagine that?
That is insane. Of course those 1 million moms were right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, there's better things to do in the world.
Oh, yeah. Fix a pothole.
Yeah, targeting a comic that, is promoting equality and, acceptance. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, yeah, I wonder if they would have made as big a stink over that if that was in, like, Wonder Woman.
Right.
Because Archie is sort of like this weird, timeless, like, 50s idyllic thing. We're like, no, they're messing with my fantasy world of the 50s,
Right. Like, you could have a point there. Just that it's that particular comic.
Right.
I'm sure, if this would have been, Jimmy Olsen marrying, Perry White, nobody would have, I'm sure people would have given a crap, but it wouldn't have been as big a thing.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
But hey, Jimmy and Perry, go for it.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
It's the new 52. No rules. Do it up, Grant Morrison.
That would be awesome. Oh, that'd be great. I just picture like a cover with like this shot of Jimmy Olsen's face really huge in the cover, and behind him is Perry White just going to town. I mean, tastefully done though, so you don't see anything. But,
right, yeah.
But he's just staying a little bit. They're staying a little after hours at the Daily Planet, That'd be awesome.
Gotta get ready for the late edition.
Oh yeah, speaking of homosexual things, what'd you think of, like, there was a little bit of, like, poking fun at Twilight in this comic.
Yeah.
With the
I enjoyed
vampire.
that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
He also looked, the vampire, he was always very emotionally,
distraught.
Yeah. He looked exactly like Conan O'Brien, too.
A little bit, yeah.
Same haircut, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was funny. It was kind of a soft jab at the Twilight vampires.
Yeah. Just sad vampires in general, yeah.
Like Cure fan vampires.
Yeah, not even that, because that would be slightly more interesting. Just to be wearing, makeup and, dyeing their hair.
Right.
Yeah, this was just like, this is like if Archie was just really sad and a vampire.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did sort of look like Archie.
A little bit.
Of course, Conan O'Brien looks a lot like Archie.
Yeah. I think Archie came first.
Oh, wow, you're probably right. Yeah.
So here's the deal. We can either take a break or we can just keep going.
It doesn't matter.
Let's keep going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Power through.
Because I think I'm done with talking about the comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I'd say thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up indeed. Archie Meets Kiss. Try to find the Francesco Francavilla covers if you can.
Awesome covers.
Oh, yeah.
Those were really good.
4 covers. Each one features the prominently the makeup of each member of Kiss.
Mm-hmm. The genetic makeup?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, so they went one step further than putting the blood in the ink.
Yep, they all jacked off into the printer press.
I'm surprised Archie let them do that.
Yeah, well, you're not going to stop Kiss.
Yeah. If they want to jerk off in your ink, you let them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, as sure as old and as venerable as Archie comics are, Kiss has a lot more money.
So can you get VD from reading these comics?
Probably.
Yeah.
We are both infected.
Speaking of weird things about the actual book, though, not the content, 3 staples. Did you notice that?
No.
They each had 3 staples in them.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was weird.
Never even noticed.
Why would
I notice?
Well, I mean, it's not something.
Do comics not have 3 staples anymore?
I thought there were 2. I think there are 2.
You make mini comics, so you can only fit 2 staples.
Yeah.
Sometimes only 1.
Well, here, let's just grab one. Here.
Okay, alright.
2 staples.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
Right.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Well, alright.
Maybe that's just how powerful
They can afford that extra staple. Yeah. Maybe that's the influence that Kiss kicks in.
Wow. You got to keep this thing together.
You gotta have the third staple. Go for your rides.
Was that
that's
cat?
my Gene Simmons
impression. Oh, that was the kitty cat.
Yeah. No. I will say, I was reading this and I posted on Twitter that I was reading Archie Meets Kiss. And I can only hear the Star Child's voice and done as Pat Francis does.
You know, that's weird because out of all their voices, I totally heard Paul Stanley every second of this.
Yeah.
I could totally hear his voice. The other ones, I just kind of made up my own Kiss voice, but I totally heard Paul Stanley.
Oh, yeah. He's got the most distinctive voice. At least the most imitated voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pat Francis does do an awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Stanley. His Paul Stanley might be better than Paul Stanley's.
Yeah. And Pat Francis responded.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, "That's stupendous."
Oh, he's awesome. They didn't even have I'm sorry, I thought we were done talking about this.
Whatever.
There was this awesome...
it's a natural flow.
They had this little reference to the Phantom in the Park. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta meet the Phantom in the Park. He's like, you don't have time for that.
Yeah.
And I agree, you don't have time for that. No one should have time for that movie.
Yeah, there were little references here and there, like just references to like album titles or song titles.
Like the Dynasty Amulet.
Right, yeah.
They never mentioned the Elder.
Yeah.
Did you know that when they recorded the Elder, Ace Frehley, he was like, this thing is fucking terrible. He's like, I want nothing to do with this. And he even refused to come in and do some guitar tracks.
Right.
And they had to I forget, I think it was one of the producers did some of the guitar tracks.
Vinnie Vincent.
May have been Vinnie
Should
Vincent.
have been Vinnie Vincent.
But yeah, I mean, Ace knew from the start, he was like, this is a piece of shit. And they were all like, no, this is going to be bigger than The Hobbit.
Right. It was like a fantasy concept album, wasn't it?
Album.
Yeah.
And they were going to do a feature-length film
after
the album did so well, but it didn't.
Yeah, years ago, I was like, The Elder can't be that bad, right? I mean, it's got a bad reputation, probably just because, people are expecting, rock and roll all night. So here it is, Kiss expanding, what they do and trying to do something neat and artistic.
Yeah.
I was like, let's give this a shot. It's fucking awful.
Yeah. Yeah. Even growing up, there was a guy that lived 2 doors down from me, and Kiss was his favorite band. He had all their shit. And I don't mean just their records, I mean the dolls and everything.
Right.
And he had a copy of The Elder on CD when it came out, and he was like, this is awful. Even him, the guy that knew that, he in his mind they could do no wrong. And even he was like, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah, and he fucking loves it when Michael Bolton wrote songs for them.
yeah, why not? Which ones did he write?
Forever. That's the one that I
I
can't remember. I might have mentioned to it earlier. I think he thought I was talking about something else.
Oh. Yeah, fun book.
Yeah, fun indeed. So, how's things been going for you otherwise?
Pretty good. It was a really busy week because we had to get ready for the Gym City Comic Con over at Wright State. And, that was just last couple days.
Yeah.
We did decent there.
It's good.
It was a 2-day show, the first time ever.
Yeah. That's right.
Mark Wade was there, your pal.
My pal, my buddy.
Larry Hama did not show up, he was sick.
Okay. Who else was there?
Dan Parent from Kevin Keller. Yeah, draws Kevin Keller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dan Davis was there, I think.
I don't know who that is. Oh, wait, he's been there every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must live in the area.
I think so. Yeah. I think he actually lives at Wright State in the studio building. Yeah. And I think Andy Bennett was there.
I don't know who that is.
Justin Watson, Bruce O'Hughes.
I don't know who those are.
Tom Williams.
Nope.
Yeah, it was some decent folk.
Were any of them Curtins?
No.
Okay.
He was not there.
I'm not interested in anyone who was there.
Wow, you love the Curtins.
I do.
He
should do a Gym City.
I was going to say, why doesn't he do that?
Yeah.
It seems like that'd be a good show for him.
He wouldn't get rejected.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Just gotta pay your money.
Yep.
It's not one of them their nepotism things or there's favoritism over here or whatnot. This is Dayton, Ohio, man. It's all about the cash. You got the cash, you got the table.
It's all about the cash and the community.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody loves each other here in Dayton, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's no antagonism whatsoever.
No, sir. This is the most laid-back town in America.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah. Any magic people bothering you at the Gem City Comic Con?
There was a magic booster draft there.
Okay.
So we saw some magic fans, but I only saw one guy that I know is a super duper magic player, and he was actually buying comics.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, good for him.
Good for that guy.
Yeah, it's like when you see a heroin addict, murderer, rapist buying ice cream for the kids and not raping them.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Good times.
Cool.
How about yourself?
Oh, nothing good.
Yeah.
My car. Well, I don't have a car anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not some, I don't have a car anymore because it's in the shop. I don't have a car anymore. Period.
Yeah.
It's done for.
It died.
It died. Thursday, dropped off my coworker. Pulled out of his parking lot and couldn't make it up the hill. It was idling rough, which he had been doing a little bit. Usually, I could kind of tap the gas and it would be fine. Just made it worse this time, and then it just stopped.
That sucks.
So I had it towed to the place where I've had it towed the past 2 times in the past month to get fixed, assuming that maybe it was just the same thing and they just kept continuously fucking it up.
Were they excited to see you every time?
They've never even met me.
Oh, okay.
I've never actually dealt with anyone there.
Oh, okay.
I just tow it there, they give me a call, and I tell them to fix it, and then, pick it up later. Yeah. So this is actually the first time I had to meet them when I went to go pick up my key, because they called to tell me that the engine blew, and that it would cost something like $3,000 to fix. I only paid $2,000 for the car, so I'm not going to fix that.
Yeah.
That's
horrible.
Yeah, it's just done for. So I've spent the past couple of days scouring the internet looking for a used car to buy. I've gotten approved for a loan from my bank, but the loan still isn't enough to get a decent car.
Right.
And at least nothing that has less than 100,000 miles on it. And as a guy who drives 500 miles a week, I could use a car with some low mileage.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna rack that shit up soon.
Right.
Yeah. And then today my dad and I went out and then tried to find cars, and we didn't really find anything that was great. We found one car that, it ran nice. The outside was fine, but the inside was, like a shithole. The previous owner was a smoker, so there were, cigarette burns all over the car.
Right.
The
yellow film all over everything.
Yeah, it was just dirty, and, the cup holders were all broken, and, and plus I was cramped, because I'm a big guy, girth-wise and height-wise, and it was just a real tight fit.
Right.
So we looked at a couple other cars. I looked at a 2004 Buick LeSabre, and it was nice, but it kind of idled rough when we drove it around. But then it's also, it's a Buick, so it's going to be expensive to fix when it eventually breaks down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then, we tested out a Ford Taurus, and I'm kind of burnt on the Fords. I had a Focus, which is the one that died, and I'm kind of done with Fords.
Are you about to buy one of those Calvin stickers where he's pissing on the Ford logo?
I would never do that for multiple reasons.
Right.
One, that Bill Watterson does not approve of those, and does not see any money from those, and I do not want to give my money to thieves. And two, I don't approve of people with bumper stickers.
Really? No bumper stickers at all?
No bumper stickers at all.
You know, I've got...
I know you do.
I've got a couple.
I know you do.
Yeah.
You also have tattoos.
Yeah. So, like, is it like a double negative mix of positive? Like,
maybe. Yeah.
But if I start wearing sweatpants...
If it's done. Yeah.
Huh. But unless I start wearing sweatpants and playing Magic, then I'm back to being alright.
Oh, yeah. Just avoid the flip-flops.
Oh, because that'd be like a 7.
Exactly,
yeah. Alright.
No, yeah, I don't approve of bumper stickers or personalized license plates. I just can't ever imagine being a big enough fan of anything to want to advertise it on my car.
To the guy behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I because I have a couple bumper stickers, but the last bumper sticker that I got actually put on the inside of my car, because I was like, no, I can see it. And I started thinking, I was like, maybe if I start putting bumper stickers all over the inside of my car,
right,
I could enjoy them. And no one else would even know that I'm a fan of whatnot.
And guess what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah? Okay.
Because you're only putting it on there for your own enjoyment anyway.
Yeah.
Why put it on the outside where you can't see it?
Well, I guess they're figuring, like, especially, like... Well, I mean, not the people that say, like, honk if you're Turkish, but...
Right.
But, like, you know, I've got a Kaleidoscope radio station bumper sticker to try to, like, promote it. But
And, I don't know, that one's a little bit of a gray area. Partially because... it is something local and small, and it's public radio, so they're always begging for money. And I'm our friend; it's our friend's show,
right?
So you're supporting her probably more than you are it,
right? Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, I don't give a shit,
right? It gives you something to read at those long stoplights.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm paying attention to
what's going on around.
Right? Yeah.
I'm with you.
So that happened Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday, my hard drive died. Or not died. It got wiped out. All of my music, all of my videos, all of my artwork, every single thing that I have worked on artistically for the past 5 years is gone.
Just disappeared. No hope of reclaiming it?
There's minimal hope.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet because I had to go out and get a second hard drive, or technically a third hard drive. Because I've got you're gonna roll your eyes and pass out here. But I've got a 250 gig hard drive, which is my main hard drive, which has, my programs and the Windows operating system and all that on there. And then I had a terabyte hard drive, which had all my files and personal things that I've been working on for years. I had to go out and get a third hard drive, so that if I can recover that second hard drive, I can copy it over to the third one.
Wow. I really, really hope you can. Like, I mean, it's depressing to lose your music and stuff, but as an artist, I would cry if, like...
Because there was the Doctor Who thing that I did for OK Panic. I worked on that for like 3 weeks, coloring it.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably going to look into trying to make prints of those, and sell them. But now I can't because I don't have that file anymore at all.
There's a small res version on the site, but nothing you can print. Right?
Exactly.
That sucks. You could make the world's smallest prints, like postage size.
Maybe. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So that has been my past couple of days. And again, I went out looking for a car today, could not find one, so I'm still without a car, and I won't be able to look for one again until the weekend.
That sucks.
And I can't find one under $100,000 miles for less than $8,000.
Yeah.
So if you know anybody who's selling a car that has no idea what they're selling,
or if it's one of those situations where the old I drove to church once a week.
Right. Yeah. That is like the ideal situation I'm looking for. I told my mom because all of her customers are like 90 years old. So if they have any new cars that they've only drove to like church, the grocery store, and for their hair appointments.
Maybe down to the hardware store once a month or so.
Probably not even that.
Yeah. Well, you gotta change those furnace filters once a month.
Need to?
You're supposed to.
What furnace filters?
You know, the dust catching filter thing on the furnace. Change those things once a month. Keeps you safe. Clean air.
Alright. So that is, yeah,
it sucks.
it's been shitty. It's been very shitty. I've been stressed out. I spent, most of Saturday, most of Sunday, and most of this morning, because I called off work, because I had no way to get to work. And I figured, well, since I'm not going to work, I may well try to figure out if I can go look for a new car. But before I could, I spent most of the day online scouring used car lots, websites to see if they have anything, and
To know
very little luck.
I will honestly keep my eyes peeled.
I know you have a lead on a car, but I'm gonna decline that.
It's only a state away if you want to go down there and drive it. I'll ask a couple people. I know some car dudes.
Yeah.
Not like, professional car dealers, but some people that know a lot about cars. Maybe they know somebody.
Right. Maybe. That's the thing. Like, I found some cars, that are like exactly what I'm looking for. They're only a... Because I'm kind of looking for something like that's a 2004 to 2008. It's like the range of years I'm looking for.
Right.
A lot of people driving the shit out of those cars.
Really?
I mean, my car was a 2000 when I bought it, and it only had 50,000 miles. And I've racked up 100,000 miles in the 5 years that I've owned it.
Yeah.
But I also drive 500 miles a week.
You think these are drug smugglers?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with these people.
They follow fish around or something?
Yeah. But, like, I've seen some cars that have low mileage, but they're, like, minivans and trucks. And so the gas mileage on those is horrible.
Right. That's why they don't drive them much.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, like, some of them are, like, stick shifts. And I would love to learn how to drive a stick shift, but I'm not gonna buy a car to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once you get on the highway, it's pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, I'm
But,
sure. Yeah. And then some are just, like I've seen some, and then, like, I look up online reviews for them, and then, like, some of these cars, like, they're just apparently terrible.
Yeah. It's kind of you can't really trust the used car lots either.
No, yeah.
So you kind of just gotta keep poking around until something pops up.
Well, like, I was with my dad, and then, originally, like, my mom and I were gonna go do this because, she had the day off. She had some errands to run in the morning, and I didn't bother asking my dad because I know he works on Mondays. So, my mom came and picked me up, and we were gonna go out to look at this one car that I found. And, she said, why don't we just see if your dad will take off the rest of the day to work and go with you, because he'll be able to do this better than I would.
Right.
I was like, yeah, alright, let's do that. Because, and I'm going to say this sarcastically, my dad has bought a car or two in his day, where I literally have bought 2 cars. Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And both of those cars I bought from people I knew. So, like, one of them was my dad, and the other was my landlord. So I don't have any skills in negotiating or, bartering a price or, asking the right questions of what's fucked up with this car.
Right.
So my dad was there to help me with that, and we just drove 3 different cars. And, like, one car was idling rough, and so we told the guy when we came back that it idled rough, and he was just like, okay. And then, like, the last car that we drove, like, we had stopped, and kind of, was like, do you smell something? And I was like, yeah, it smells like oil's burning. So, car was burning oil.
Right.
Then we get back to the lot, and, I hand the guy the key, and my dad was like, so, we drove that car, and it smells like, there's some oil burning in there. And he goes like, alright. So, he clearly didn't give a shit.
Right.
And he was just gonna sell that car no matter what to whoever.
Right.
Not fix it or have anyone look at
He's
it.
like, mental note, put some air fresheners in there.
Right, yeah.
So no leads.
No leads.
No solid
leads there.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'd kind of like to get a nice roomy sedan. That's like the ideal car I'm looking for. Just under 100,000 miles, hopefully.
It seems like there's always cars parked in people's driveways around here with for sale signs, but I haven't seen any lately.
Yeah, not since I've needed a car.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it seems like there's a lot of those in Dayton.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday my mom and I went to run some errands because I don't have a car. And we drove past this house and we were just talking and she was like, well, that house usually has like a bunch of cars for sale in the yard. None today.
Huh.
Yeah.
That is weird.
I'm fucked. Whatever. I should just kill myself.
No.
My life is getting worse and worse every passing month.
Wish we could get you a awesome job locally.
Yeah. I would, Brian John Mitchell posted on my Facebook page today that, it sounds like your year's going terribly, but, hope it gets better and, hey, at least it's the last year ever.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah. I wish there was a way that I knew for sure that this was the last year ever.
You just quit.
'Cause, I certainly wouldn't be trying to get a loan from my bank to be further in debt.
Right.
If I knew that 6 months from now there's not going to be a world to worry about.
Well, it seems like that is the time to be in debt.
Yeah, but I still have to make the payments from here till then.
Right. Yeah.
I could use that money for other things. Yeah.
Like crazy drugs and
Right.
like horrible hookers.
And other horrible life decisions.
Yeah.
Because the world's going to end. Who gives a shit?
Party like it's 1999.
Yep. Alas, the world might continue.
So
and I'm still going to need a car.
So here we are reading our Archie comics and getting loans from the bank like responsible citizens. We'd be reading Tim Vigil books and having a devil may care attitude about monetary decisions if we knew it was the end. Tim Vigil's Archie. That would be amazing.
So I'm
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's alright. Nothing you did, nothing you can do. Unless you can find me a car for free.
I'll try. I'll look around.
Your mom, she want to get rid of her car at all?
She loves that van. She loves that van.
She doesn't go anywhere, really. Anywhere she goes, you can take her.
Probably not.
Alright.
She went to White Castle yesterday.
That's all the way out in Huber Heights.
Actually, she thought it was. She took my cousin out there because my cousin who's living with us loves the White Castle.
Who doesn't?
And she was like...
It's White Castle. She gotta have the crave.
She took him out there. She was like, there's not one down the street anymore. There used to be. She drove him out there. They had closed for good the day before.
What?
It's gone. So they drove to Trotwood, the next closest White Castle. And they ate at White Castle.
That is very sad.
Isn't it?
And that is yet another reason to be angry at Kurt Denz.
Oh?
Kurt Denz was right there a week ago.
Oh my gosh, and he ate Burger King instead.
Yeah. And I told him, there's the only White Castle in Dayton is right there.
Yeah.
And he didn't go. And he said he could see it from where he was.
Oh my gosh.
Kurt Denz, you're an asshole.
He put him out of business.
You did?
If he would have had one of those onion chip orders or something.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It was just a simple slider.
A couple sliders, yeah.
Damn it. Oh, Kurt. It's your fault.
Well, there is the one in Trotwood still.
Who's going to Trotwood? That's the ghetto.
You can take a Greyhound there, Kurt.
I don't want to see my neighbors.
Yeah.
Or, as my landlord said, back where they belong.
Wow.
As far as I'm concerned, they belong anywhere but here.
Yeah. And that is back where they belong.
Yep.
Away from you.
Away from me.
Yeah, you don't care if they're living it up in Manhattan, as long as they're not here.
They can be at the house behind me. As long as they are not directly above me, I am okay with that.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure if they lived in the house behind me, I would still feel the effects of them being there.
There'd be bullet holes come through your office window or something.
So the people who live behind me, they like work on their trucks at 3 a.m, so I can...
Maybe that guy knows.
Maybe that guy knows it, yeah. Then I'd have to actually talk to him.
Yeah? Send him a letter.
I think he hates me anyway, even though he and I have never met.
Send him a letter with a $5 bill on it.
Right,
we may have had our differences.
Yeah, well, we've never interacted, other than I have stared at his wife in her bikini.
Oh.
And she has been outwardly friendly to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
even though I've never responded because I am an asshole, people. Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to say to a guy's wife in a bikini?
Nice tits.
Is that socially acceptable?
I've never tried it.
I don't know if I would say that to the guy that's always working on a car like till 4 a.m.
Right. Well, again, I'm an asshole, so I'm not going to respond to anybody anywhere. Yeah. Much like your people at Mavericks who kept trying to have a conversation with me, and I refused. I don't like your new people at Mavericks.
They're good people.
Give me a Joe G. Give me a Jeremy.
Yeah.
Give me a Jack.
How about Matt Brassfield?
He's never there.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Wednesday mornings.
I'm not there on Wednesday mornings. I work for a living.
Well, you'll learn to love these new kids because they're going to take over, these new kids.
I'm not.
They are all Magic fans, all 4 of them. Even the 2 that are comic fans are also Magic fans. So you can't trust those Magic guys.
Cannot. They're dirty.
It's the devil's game.
Yep.
And Magic together.
They will kill Harry Brown's friend.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They'll lure him into under the bridge and stab him and piss on his corpse.
Yep. So I'm a little tipsy, and I'm very tired, and I am a lot stressed out. So let us end this here, if we could.
Double suicide?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, you first.
No, I was going to say you first.
Yeah. Well then, it doesn't sound like either of us are going to go through this.
No.
So let me go ahead and pick a movie.
Maybe it'll be so bad we'll just do it then.
Could be. Yeah. Could be. Find out next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I was going to pick one of 2 movies, and I have them both from Netflix today.
Ooh.
But I have decided that one of them might be considered a missed classic, so I am not going to pick that movie.
Okay.
And I'm not going to pick it ever for the show. So I'm just going to say that one of those options was going to be Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh. That would have been a perfect Easter Sunday movie.
That would have been a perfect Easter Sunday movie. We're probably going to watch something worse and darker, hopefully, for Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
We're going to watch the Bobcat Goldthwait directed, not what you're thinking, Robin Williams starring, World's Greatest Dad.
World's Greatest Dad? That's the name of it?
That is the name of it.
Okay, sure. I would love to see this.
Right.
I love me some Bobcat Goldthwait.
He's not in it.
Just directed it.
Just directed it.
I'm fine with that.
All right. Robin Williams is in it.
I like Robin Williams.
Yeah. World's Greatest Dad.
World's Greatest Dad. Okay.
Yeah, a couple years old.
Sweet.
Been wanting to see it since I heard about it. It's not a missed classic. Let's do this.
Yeah. I'm down.
All right.
I'm down. I hope it's not, terrible.
Well, I can't imagine it would be.
No. You never know that.
That is true.
I thought Goliath was going to be good.
That is also true. All right, then.
Well, hopefully your week goes better.
We'll find out next Sunday when I am beaten and defeated as we do the next show.
All right, then.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook. or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.